I think it's so funny though that I feel like we're having like a full circle moment because this background was the background we used on the very first episode, right? Of like the slightly blurry first episode of Funny Cherry. But look at us now.
Oh my god. Now you have the woman clothes.
I have the nail.
The nail.
One hand done. I have the nails, the makeup, and then we have Cherry in a pink wig.
So you're not giving me much compliment. You're just the same mean attitude.
Oh, I know.
Okay. And I really hope that we're getting more sponsorship. Like maybe, you know, as we have improved our look, maybe Yanhee Hospital can sponsor our, you know, gender reassignment like surgery.
Dope.
So we can move to the next stage.
Oh fuck, I should
call us. I'll do it for you.
You were like,
hello, Nicole Kidman. You know how Nicole Kidman.
I kind of look like Nicole Kidman right now.
Oh yeah, actually, with your like blonde sideburns.
Oh, my face.
And your how you just clap your hands like that in Oscars.
Oh.
Yeah, but she was in full Bulgari and you're wearing full AliExpress nails. But I'm not complaining. Do you know what we're doing today?
Of course I know. Today we're doing
a Cam Girl season 2.
Isn't that the name of the show?
Pardon?
Love Counselor?
Yeah, Love Counselor. Because our last episode got a lot of responses, and apparently our audience are severely sort of like traumatized in life, and we're here to actually help.
Are we though?
If we can. No, we.
I feel like 90% of the episode is us being confused, like us wanting to give like good advice, but also not wanting to be too serious. So we're like.
But it's sometimes I feel like if you have some really traumatized experience, it's just feel good to talk about it, even though like no one is giving you advice. But just like telling it,
letting it go,
anonymously to an audience.
It's kind of like when you go on a date with someone, but you're keeping your fart in the whole time. And finally, hey Ojigo, when you separate, you close the door, let out the fattest fucking fart. That's how it feels to hold in, you know, like your problems.
So accurate.
Can't relate. Okay.
Last night, Hannah was putting together the pieces of paper and she was talking about how there's even more trauma dumping this time. So
yeah. And maybe we should talk about our trauma.
Girl, we have to talk about it. They can just see it right now.
Yeah, the living trauma. But we know we're just two girls trying to live. So just forgive us. Let's see ya. Oh, this is not that long.
What was that Mario actor? Let's see ya.
I'm Princess Peach, actually.
Girl, you mean Luigi?
So, I have a love triangle problem. I really like this one guy, but really likes my sister. Oh.
They like this one guy, but the guy likes
his sister.
Oh, girl.
Okay, but this person did not specify the gender, his gender or her gender yet. I have tried to express my feelings for him, but he keeps talking about my sister. Once I invited him to go to a cafe nearby, and he asked if he can bring a friend over.
I hate that.
I said yes, not thinking anything of it. When I met him, he's with my sister and literally sucking the life out of her, which made me feel jealous and angry.
As in making out?
He didn't specify. He didn't specify. Yeah, sucking the life. He just this person just said sucking the life out of her. But I kept my cool. We were in a public place after all. When we got our food, the way he kept talking about him and my sister made me lose appetite. I told him how I feel about my sister, and guess what? He literally suggests that we have a threesome.
Ew. That's just immediately.
What?
Girl, with their sister?
With my own sister?
Girl, not the incest.
What? What?
Okay, is that it?
No. This was 5 months ago, and I have a huge crush on him, but I don't know if I should forget about him or try to break them up. He's really handsome. That's not the point. And has a good personality. That's not the point either, but he can get very cocky sometimes.
Sounds like me, to be honest. I thought he just happened to have a crush on a dude that's straight. 근데 bisexual인가 봐.
No,
근데 일단은 no to the incest.
But this person did not specify the sex, the gender of.
Oh, that's true.
Please specify in the comment. But
일단은 the idea of someone that you have a crush on with your sibling there, that's weird.
That's so weird.
Unless like you're like on the bed, like tag teaming, like a wrestling match where like if you're not fucking them, you're on the side just like.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird. But also from my like as someone that's been in a very similar situation, minus the sister thing, like just having a crush on someone that keeps talking about people that they like, girl, just.
Such a turn on.
Yeah. Stay away for your mental health because it will eat away at you, and you're just wasting your time. Because it seems like the person, they have genuine, like, they would want to date them. But this dude is just like, should we have a threesome? Not even like, oh, let's have a three-way relationship. That'd be even weirder. But it's very clear they're not looking for a relationship. So
because obviously this hot guy prioritizes his desire over everything. Like he does not care about you. There's a lot of really hot and with good personality people out there. If you want your heart to be like broken up by someone, but go with someone else.
It just sounds like really a drag to be with him.
Yeah.
That kind of every time you meet him, you're there to have a good time, but just being there with them sounds like I
would call the police.
I guess.
But what about her sister?
Yeah.
Girl,
I wonder what's your sister's reaction.
Her sister is not on their side because it seems like if she'd be sucking the soul out of each other's faces, her sister sounds like they're ignoring the poster's feelings. Because I'm sure they know that the poster likes the dude too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. If it's your sister, then I'm pretty sure she knows.
Reminds me of like my sister was dating this mixed dude, mixed half black, half Korean. Hot, so hot.
Would you have a threesome with him? I'm just kidding.
Holy shit. It was kind of weird though because he'd be like, not flirting with me, I think because I live in Korea and he never really interacted with his Korean side, he'd be like, tell me the few Korean words that he knows, to kiyoso. Well, he's like, oh, I really like tteokbokki. I'm like, oh, cute. Because he grew up in a very like black household, so it's not much Korean culture going on, even though he's half. My sister would be like, why are you flirting with him? Even though he's not really flirting, he's just like, but.
Just want to share the culture.
Right, but also some of the things, like the way he would act sometimes, he'd be like, boy, you trying to, what you doing?
Cherry is saying that he's not flirting, but he's subliminally telling that he's flirting.
Anyway, final piece of advice, mentally it's difficult, but for the betterment of your mental health in the long run, I would cut them out.
I would.
Toxic.
Yeah.
Death to them all.
Protect yourself, honey. Protect yourself from people like this.
Yeah, there are more fish in the sea. I'm gonna start with a short intro of myself.
Okay.
I'm 20, male, looking for male. I met this 22-year-old male guy through a social group chat about games. He invited me to a club, and we subsequently went on a date. Long story short, things began picking up really quickly, and we were exclusively dating for about 2 months. We were each other's first, and we vibed really well on it. Oh wow. But throughout this entire period, he kept having emotional episodes and mental breakdowns that were really intense. However, I was still capable of dealing with it, but he wanted to end things several times because he felt guilty that I needed to deal with his emotions and felt it was unfair for me, and I told him to wait until after my birthday, which was in the same week, and I booked a fancy hotel to celebrate with him and his friend. With him and my friend, sorry. 귀엽네.
Yeah.
Moving on to my birthday, he was there on the day before my birthday to celebrate, and he left on the day itself. And in the afternoon, I received a mega long text from him saying he wants to end things, in which I agreed. But me being delusional, I looked past him low-key spoiling a special day for me and wasn't that affected. He wanted to remain as friends, which I agreed to. Now, 1 month later, we are friends with benefits, but I still feel my feelings for him are still lingering. And when he tells me about him going to hook up, I silently suffer in pain. What should I do? Slowly distance myself, try to build back what we had before, or what else helps? For me, the whole time, I'm just thinking you should just...
Like, why?
Because in the beginning, he's the type of person that's like emotionally unstable and is very like, oh, I don't deserve you. Like, to me, that just sounds like someone that wants to break up, doesn't want to just be like, let's break up. They want to make an excuse because they don't want to look like a bad person. They're just like, oh, you know, it's my fault. It's my fault that I think we should break up. You know, it's me, I'm the problem. Even though 그냥 헤어지고 싶은 거지. But they want to let you off slowly. So for me, I just feel like you should slowly distance because I can understand because the poster still has feelings for them, which is totally understandable, based on the situation. But just like the last person, I think it's not worth it to be staying, honey.
Like, I agree with you, and from the poster's like description, I feel like the person who who had several mental breakdowns.
Yep.
I feel like this person might be a very broken person, and then the person is trying to figure out who he is. What's another book? Like the person who got cancer and cried. Like
the person that got cancer and cried. Okay.
It's the same sort of vibe. There's the stars falling into the stars.
The Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah.
근데, to be honest, I'm gonna be very toxic right now. The dude that's being talked about sounds like me when I was younger.
I know, that's why.
I was that bitch. Like if I wanted to break up with someone, I would be very roundabout about it. 근데, you're only 20. You have your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah.
Feeling part I understand, but I think I would not want to stay around a person like that.
Yeah, because I can clearly see that he clearly wasn't being fair in the relationship. Yeah, he only cares about himself before you. Then for me, like if I were you, then I'm like, oh, if you're doing that to me, then bye. Seriously, I will date someone that like treat me equally or love me more.
Because if he really wanted to be in a relationship, he'd be his emotional self, but he wouldn't be like.
If one person,
if anything, I think he'd be more clingy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he will be that person who's being very up and down in the relationship and will play with his feeling as well.
Gotcha. That was so dramatic.
Okay. My English is very limited and this is very limited.
How about I'll do this one, you pick a different one.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Jesus.
Oh, this one's so much better.
Yeah, because the font is bigger.
Yeah, because as I said, I have ADHD, and when I see this long text, and then I zoomed out.
Recently been actually diagnosed with ADHD.
But I'm taking my medicine, but I didn't take it today because.
What the fuck?
There's this guy that I like, that I met in college, who recently came out last year. Ooh. Though I've been speculating that he is a
homosexual.
What that mean?
Homosexual.
Oh, sorry.
So even before they came out, they had a feeling that he was homosexual.
Yeah, though I've been speculating that he's a homosexual since the start of the term. You know what I sounded like? I sound like the grandmother who's trying to sing the Blackpink song.
How you like it? You got like it.
Oh my God, I love her.
I especially sound like that person.
How you like that?
Yeah. Since the start of the term, I only knew that he was gay when I heard from our. What's wrong with me? Since the start of the term, I only knew that he was gay when I heard from our other friends that he's been making out with men in the clubs. I never knew that I'd actually like him when we started hanging out, and I am delusional enough to think that he's waiting for me to confess. So, shall I tell him that he should be kissing me instead of to random strangers he meet from the clubs, or shall I leave him, or shall I leave his
Should I tell him that he should be kissing me instead of the random strangers he met from the clubs, or should I leave his 이거 욕인데 his co-faggot asshole?
So maybe I'm the illiterate. Maybe
it's just they're spelling the words differently to make it sound funny. Or should I leave his co-faggot ass alone and die of sexual deprivation? Girl, that's me! P.S. He's already one of my closest friends and I don't want to lose him because I chose to be a whore.
Please give me cock.
Girl, I need to be friends with this person. Who are you? Where are you? To be honest,
it's hard.
This sounds like the type of boy though that, let's say something happens, but it probably wouldn't last more than a week. This person sounds like they just. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people that will come out, like dudes that will come out of the closet, and they have to go through their whore phase that we talk about all the time. And I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with someone that's in their whore phase. Not saying that he's gonna have one, but the fact that they go to the clubs and be making out with people like that, like. But also,
the type of whore, like who's being really worried for, and then
secretive whore. Like a what whore?
Like verbalized whore. They're like not. Yeah.
Verbal, quiet.
What phase are we in now? Like.
What are we? You. You're the verbal whore.
Really?
Girl, watch this show. Watch Bunny and Cherry. And it's very obvious.
I'm at my monk phase.
Girl, shut the hell up. Okay, Lisa. Come on, Lisa. La, Lisa, la.
Like,
yeah, I'll be fine. Like, oh yeah, let's make out at the club. But then you're close friends with them, so it would make it really awkward.
Awkward.
Because I've also been in this situation.
Did you
Very
confess?
close friend.
Jerry.
Oh fuck. That we can talk about in the tea episode.
Super close friends, 평소에, like just daily. But then in the club, it gets, I'm just saying crazy, but he gets a little bit more loose. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like it. I don't like it. 약간 마음이 좀
정 떨어지지.
정 떨어져.
When you see a person like that you like whoring himself in the club, 정 떨어져. Okay.
So this person, you don't want to lose them. So honestly, it would probably be better than in that case to just be friends with them. And
but to be honest, I don't think the person can like, hold his feelings. Though he knows that he might lose his friend, but I feel like at the end he will tell him anyway.
그래?
Yeah, I feel.
You think that if he callbacks to the guy will just be like,
the guy they'll be like, yeah, okay, let's fuck, and then
okay, let's fuck.
I feel like yeah, because you know.
And like I've been saying, girl, you got your whole life ahead of you. There'll be more to be sucking, so. You know the phrase, out of sight, out of mind? You can be friends with them, but I wouldn't want to like start any conversation about, oh, what happened at the club? I wouldn't go clubbing with them, you know, things like that. Because if I see it, then 마음이 아플 것 같아.
Same.
My heart will be 아파.
My suggestion to like realistic speaking, if you're graduating very soon, like this is your last year, I'd say go ahead. Go ahead and confess it.
마지막이니까?
Yeah.
근데 I don't want to lose him 하잖아.
But you're gonna lose him anyway after you graduate. Like go ahead and
모르지.
confess.
What if they live in the same 동네? What if they go to the same college in the same neighborhood?
I would just go ahead. I would just go ahead.
And in that sense, if you know you're not going to be together in the long run, like physically, like in the same area, then go ahead.
Yeah.
근데 I'm telling you now, you're going to be like, you're going to go home and be 우울해.
Yeah, but like even though you get rejected, if you lose a friend, then you learn a lesson. Like I would say, why not? I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Now, Harry Potter Book 1, Game of Thrones.
Another chapter
Story of
of
Ice and
Shakespeare.
Fire and Ice. Before I want to apply my rom&nd Juicy Lasting Tint.
Available on stylekorean.
소리 좋아.
Oh right, you can hear it right now. In Bare Vine. Hi, Bunny and Cherry. So I'm 22. There's a lot of 20-year-olds in here.
Oh, okay.
I love that. Hi, Bunny and Cherry. So I'm 22 and recently moved across the U.S. for work and know no one in the area. This is about my second week. I'm assuming hard time. I had a really hard time adjusting, had a breakdown over the fact I had moved and my closest friends and family are hours away by travel. During my first week here, the only coworker my age invited me to a party. I wasn't going to drink because I was still really homesick and didn't want to do anything in front of my coworker, but he offered me something light and I just took it. Throughout the night, I ended up drinking more, like 4 or 5 drinks, and then we moved to the club and I took a shot to loosen up and dance. It was at this point I realized I was way too drunk and the bartender even made eye contact with me and gave me water without me asking. I started to get worried, but then I started dancing with one of my coworker's acquaintances. My coworker and her were more like friends of friends. I see. Eventually, we started grinding and kissing in the corner and it got pretty intense. The next morning, I woke up and freaking out because 1, even though I don't remember where my coworker was, I'm pretty sure he saw us, and 2, I never had any romantic or sexual experience with anyone and I'm pretty confused about my sexuality. I'm female and think I might be pansexual or asexual. I have a hard time bringing romantic feelings and sex together, but I can feel initially attracted to any person. Okay, so the person that they were kissing with in the corner is the coworker's acquaintance. The kiss was okay, but I don't know if I was really attracted to this girl or not. And it was really just overwhelming because it was my first kiss. I walked the girl home and she kept kissing me, but I told her she couldn't come over because I was really confused about girl. Sounds like me. She wasn't pushy or anything, but she kept kissing me and I was growing increasingly sober and realizing what had happened. Overall, I think I'm just confused over the experience and sort of upset that all these people I don't know saw me doing things I never imagined doing in public since I'm a very reserved person typically. Plus, now I have to see my coworker all the time and don't know how to react to them, or him. He texted me to have fun and left at the end of the night, but we never spoke about it after. Any advice on dealing with moving far away from home, dealing with my coworker, figuring out sexuality? Love you guys. All right. First thing, I don't think you should worry because I'm pretty sure everyone else at the club, especially because there's that witching hour, the witching hour when everyone gets drunk and they don't know what happened. So most of the people don't know what happened and it's a fucking dark club. So they probably didn't even notice what happened between you there. So I don't think you should worry about that. Second, I think because it's their first kiss, they're kind of really like, 근데 I don't think, you know, You'll forget it eventually. Like,
so-
in the long run, it won't matter. It'd be great if your first kiss is like some romantic like movie cut in like.
그럴 수 있나?
I kind of had that.
진짜?
Actually, no, I didn't.
Isn't your dumpster?
You keep bringing that dumpster up. That happened way later in college. My first kiss was in high school. Usually when something like that happens to you in your head, you think about it the most, and so you make it like this sort of big sort of thing, when in reality, most people probably didn't notice.
I suggest to look on the bright side because
Good.
you're exploring. Because first of all, you're confused about your sexuality.
look at
Though this thing happened when you were drunk, and then I think kissing is not something very like it's like something really severe like physical contact, and then it's a good way to actually explore what you like, what you are eventually.
Yeah.
I recommend you to watch a movie called Brooklyn. So.
I don't want to make it sound like we're ignoring your feelings. 근데 I think especially because you're so young,
Yes.
that's definitely that's the age where you kind of worry more about things. But I think you should totally just.
You have a job, honey. I think you're just doing all the right thing. For me, yeah, if I'm your mother, I'm very proud.
Just live your life.
Yeah, to be honest. Anyway, I think this problem is solved.
Is it? I'm imagining all the people whose questions we got, they're all watching this like, that helped absolutely nothing.
그거 내가 제일 좋아하는 리스폰스 있었는데 you guys didn't pick it up.
Which one?
It was really simple.
그거 주지 따로.
Just like Mnet, we fake it.
미친.
Just turned into top gay, and then but then he got small. What should I do?
아, 나 해보고 싶어.
뭐?
He just turned into the top gay, the top side of gay.
아, 나 해보자.
Has a small.
해보자야.
Doesn't know like.
그거지. You always hear the.
해보자야.
Okay.
해보자.
The response that you'll often see, the politically correct answer is always, it's not about the size of the boat, it's how you rock it. 근데.
어디 있어? 빨리
To be
해보자.
honest, it's kind of.
어디
Yeah,
있어?
she basically said it. You can put it on the screen, right?
Anyway, let's answer that question. My answer is size does not matter, and I'm very happy. And please call me. Slide me a DM.
I mean, I don't like big dicks, so I guess you can hit me up.
But how small is small? How like
The standards of small could be different.
like this?
Not the
How small is small?
like one of these nails.
Son.
What?